All right, guys, we're here today to do the install of the new LDP LML fuel pressure sensor fuller and delete plug. So I wanted to show you the parts here. This is the fuller, this is the electrical side, this is the plug kit. All the tools you need for this, besides the removal of your factory air intake tube, is going to be a Allen wrench to install the pipe plug, 5/8 or 16 millimeter socket, and 5/8 wrench to remove the factory sensor. So on this truck here, we've already removed the air intake tube. It's pretty self-explanatory. This truck has an HSP intake. You know, there's a few variances, but it's just a matter of removing the tube to gain access. So for the video purposes, we've removed the grid heater power supply cable just to get it out of the way. This is something you might want to do, but it's not necessary. Like, so we removed it just for video purposes. So you see the factory sensor located here, just below your throttle valve. So since this is a fuel system part, we want to clean off, remove any dirt and debris. So use some brake clean and compressed air. You want to make sure you get around the base of the sensor, be the most important, but also don't forget about your wiring harness and hoses around it. You don't want to knock a big piece of dirt loose, so make sure you clean the whole area around it. First thing, you've got to remove the factory male connector. So release the plug, lift it up, and we can get this out of the way. And most of these are not very tight. A lot of times you can grab them by hand like that and spin the sensor out. But what this is doing, this is taking the plastic sensor loose from the adapter. So you've removed the sensor, but the adapter is still in there. So that's where we'll use our 5/8 wrench. You can use a socket on this, but just for the purpose of trying to avoid getting any dirt in there, we just use a wrench. So remove the adapter. So when we sell you this kit, we do not install the pipe plug for the sole purpose. If you're going to put a snubber in there for a fuel pressure sensor, there's no need for us to having Teflon and having you dig it out of the threads. So if you are not installing a snubber, you're going to want to put some Teflon sealant or equivalent sealant that's rated for diesel fuel. And this is tapered pipe, so make sure you give it 2 or 3 wraps of Teflon. Okay, so we've installed our pipe plug, remove the excess Teflon, and now we're ready to put the plug in. So the plug will be installed in the sensor base. And we do want to make a note, you know, this is a aluminum AN fitting, and since it's hollow, you do not want to over torque this. You will snap it off, so that's why we're just using a little 4-inch quarter drive ratchet. Now our plug is installed. So next, we're going to install the fuller. So with this side up with the large tab, lines up with that, plugs in, and we're just going to zip tie it right here. And that completes the install. All we have left to do is reinstall the air intake tube, and you're done. Now keep in mind, if this truck, if your truck is not equipped with the aftermarket lift pump, you're going to want to prime it using the normal procedure. Crack your blader screw loose, pump it till there's no air, and then give it a few more pumps after tightening the screw, and you know, a few seconds cranking, and there you go. So no more change fuel filter message, no more zero life, and no more possible leaks. So thank you.